everybody. All right, good afternoon. Thank you very much for coming. We have a very special announcement today. Ivan Luck is a sponsor of the President's Gala Soiree, and they're focused on student support, scholarships for first-generation students, and which is very important to us and to Mr. Bastian. We're going to have brief remarks this afternoon by Dr. Smith, our president. We'll then have remarks by Ivan Luck CEO, Mr. Bastian. We will have remarks by our student, who's a scholarship recipient, Arnisha Frazier. And then we'll end with Vice President of Institutional Advancement and Alumni Affairs, Mr. Denis Blair. So we'll turn the meeting over to Dr. Smith.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you very, very much for being here to let the rest of the Bahamas know what we're doing in partnership with Corporate World. In just 2.5 short weeks, the University of the Bahamas will be celebrating its first anniversary of our Charter Day. To commemorate that important day and celebrate in a meaningful way, we will be hosting a unique fundraiser. The fundraiser is called the President's Gala Soiree, and this is to help raise funds for an endowed scholarship to help first-generation college students. It's the development of a first-class institution, one that can become the envy of the entire region, requires significant investments. And this is why it's really, really important for individuals as well as the corporate world to really come in partnership with us. This particular endowed scholarship fund for first-generation students is an investment in the future of the entire country. We're talking about young people who may not have parents who went to college or university, persons who don't have any older brothers or sisters who went to college as well. This is an opportunity for us to help, as a people, to help hundreds and hundreds of families at the same time by awarding first-generation scholarships to these students. The Island Cares Foundation has again chosen to partner with us and become a royal donor for the President's Gala Soiree. Already they have given $500,000 for the creation of endowed scholarships, and now they're adding to that number to specifically grow our student scholarship endowment. They truly believe that an investment in education is one of the smartest for the development and success of our country, and this is what they're doing. We want to invite other corporate groups, Corporate Bahamas, individual donors, and all citizens who simply believe in building our university and supporting education to plan to spend an evening with us on Saturday, the 11th of November, as we celebrate our anniversary and pledge to invest in our greatest resource, our students, our children of the future. Thank you so very much.
For more than 35 years, this great institution has displayed an unwavering commitment to the growth and development of higher education in the Bahamas. In 2015, the ILKS Foundation pledged $500,000 to the then College of the Bahamas Endowment Fund. Today, we are here to reinforce our commitment by expanding our donation to the University of Bahamas Endowment Fund. The ILKS Foundation is guided by the fundamental belief that education holds the key that unlocks the door to entrepreneurship, economic empowerment, and economic growth. This donation today serves to deepen the bond between both organizations as we work together to cultivate an environment of learning and innovation for the next generation and generations to come. Being a person that was not fortunate enough to complete my college education, I know firsthand the power and importance of a sound education. I strongly believe, had I completed my education in college, my journey to success would have been a much more easier one. Muhammad Ali once said, "Service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth." I've been awarded with a pretty big room, so it's my mission, it's our mission, to continue to serve our community and help build our country by supporting programs like this. Thank you very much.
We'll have our student recipient.
Good afternoon. My name is Arnisha Frazier, and I am a junior here at the University of the Bahamas. I'm currently pursuing a Bachelor's of Science in Accounting, and when I've completed my studies, I would like to become a forensic accountant. I just want to say thank you for the opportunity that's provided Mr. Bastian and Island Luck Cares Foundation. It's not been easy here at UB. My journey has been filled with ups and downs. And through this opportunity, the dream of completing my college education seems a little bit more real. So I just again want to say thank you for the opportunity, and I hope to one day be in the position to give back to others. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And it's always a pleasure when we get to hear firsthand from our students, because they're really the reason why we're here. And as we speak on a day-to-day basis, we realize that honestly, there are many of them who would not have been able to be where they are without the help. I heard of another recent student from Eleuthera who mentioned, he's the first of hundreds in the settlement who would have gone to university. So we're not just helping first-generation students in terms of families. In some cases, we're talking about students being the first in their settlement to actually pursue a university degree. So I'm personally humbled by the opportunity to serve my country in this capacity. And I also want to call out to the rest of our alumni, the alumni in the University of the Bahamas. We all have a responsibility to continue this inertia, to keep the pressure, the upward momentum of what we've been trying to do in our personal lives to happen in our country. That said, if you are an alumnus in any company throughout this country and you haven't seen them directly participate in what we're doing here at the University of the Bahamas, we're asking you to please go ahead and speak to your superiors and mention that you know firsthand the value of the education that one receives here at the University of the Bahamas and that you think that they should support it. I also want to take this time just to say, in talking with some of our donors, I think one of the things that people are very happy to hear and understand is that 100% of the donation towards this event goes straight into the endowment. So those of you who purchase your ticket, while it has, most tickets have the word price on it, the ticket does not have the word price on it. The entire ticket is a donation. We're very happy for a lot of the in-kind support that we've gotten as well with this event, allowing us to be able to put it on in a way where the maximum amount of support for our students is what we're pushing for. So thank you all for coming today, and again, I thank, along with Dr. Smith and the rest of the university community, we thank our donors and our students for your commitment to doing the excellent work that you're doing, and our donors for supporting it. Thank you very much.
We'll open the floor for any questions.
President Smith, is funding and the ability to afford a university tuition, is that a barrier to the many scores of Bahamian students that want a college education?
It is, not just, in many ways, it's a barrier to education, but we also have other kinds of barriers that are inherent in our systems that keep the young people away from getting a college education. The funding is one of them. As you know, in order to be admitted to the university regularly, you need 5 BGCSEs. In order to receive a government scholarship, bursary award, you need 5 BGCSEs. And so these are some of the things that we have to look at. This is why we're introducing programs like we did. So we started 2 years ago, a summer bridging program. The summer bridging program admits students into a 6-week intensive academic program during the summer months. And if they're successful at the end of that summer, then they gain full admission into the university. These students still won't qualify for scholarships because they don't have the 5 BGCSEs. And this is why endowed scholarship funds like this one is so very, very important, because we need to give more students a fighting opportunity to succeed. We need to give more of our children second chances to actually be successful in college and in life.
Is the college prepared for, I don't want to say an influx, but an increased enrollment come next year? As you know, the Prime Minister would have announced plans for the government to fast track so many outstanding citizenship applications. He spoke specifically to college education. Many of these young Bahamians who have been born here can't go to college because they don't have any papers and so forth, and that's in the thousands. This committee, independent committee the government is about to set up, is able to fast track these applications and approve them, which means these persons will now have access to be able to apply for the University of the Bahamas like any normal Bahamian and qualify. Is the university prepared for all of these applications come in the fall?
We are definitely not only prepared, but we have been prepared in terms of our own projected enrollment increases over the next several years. As you might have heard in previous statements as of 4 or 5 years ago, we were planning for a 25% increase in our student enrollment over the next several years. I believe that that enrollment will increase even more than the 25%, and that's what we're preparing for.
A question, what was the selection process like? How was it that this particular student was able to gain the Island Love Care Scholarship?
I'll help with that one. The Island Love Care Scholarship. The Island Love Care Scholarship was developed based on criteria directly from the organization. And one of the things that I found very supportive by the team members that were devising the scholarship, they did not want to discredit individuals based on any particular GPA or any particular discipline or the like. The whole idea was anyone who could, one, request the support, two, justify why they should have it vis-a-vis another student based on the essay that they would have submitted, and they would have gone through a selection committee process, and based on those criteria, that the student was selected for the Island Love Scholarship. But you have other scholarships that have strict guidelines. They want a particular major or a particular GPA level, and in some cases we even have scholarships designed for mature students or a particular gender. But this one is fortunately to support in particular students of the business area, and she's obviously doing very well in her program.
Any further questions? Okay, let's
I just want to add something else to it. I really want to commend Island Luck for the generous contributions they continue to make to the lives of young people. They encourage entrepreneurship. They encourage young people to get an education. I think that the kind of corporate citizenship that they're demonstrating for our country is commendable. I do want to thank you for that as well.
Thank you.